different actor for having
that
worked on that
experience.
show. And a different person, too,
Yeah,
which
me
is
too.
part of why we're sitting here as friends, I think.
What was it about the show that you were on before? I guess that was Prison Break. I mean, what was it about that show that you felt was toxic, like when you or that like wasn't working, or like how do you contrast those?
It felt a little bit like Every Man for Himself, you know, and there were friendships that formed on that show, and I was really close to the lead of that show for a long time. But, you know, I mean, look, I think people get in the business for different reasons, and Walking Dead was the first time I was on a set working regularly with people who I think were in it for the same reason that I was in it. Like, you put it really well all the time. You were like, two souls touching. That's the goal at the end of the day. Like, how do you land all the way into somebody else's heart? And one of the things that I really love and respect about the way you walk in the world, you said this to me the other day, and it really stuck with me, is that you think everybody is reachable.
Yeah.
You don't give up on people. Like, you will relentlessly love on someone or joke on someone or bug somebody until you find the part of them that's real, and then land in that and see where that goes. And it never really occurred to me that everybody wouldn't want to work that way. And then you get into the world and you're like, oh, it's not just that you're not doing it, it's that you don't care about doing it. You're not, you know, sometimes you end up in the scene with someone and you're like, well, you're not even trying to reach me. Okay, and I can't get through to you, you know, like, and that always just kind of makes me sad, because it's like, what we do, it takes a long time. And so it takes you away from a lot of the things in your life that matter.
Sure.
And the reward is you get to find something cool. You get to create a world out of whole cloth the way only people who write sacred texts get to. Do you know what I mean? Right. You build a world, you build a truth. That's amazing. And, you know, I just kind of been on a show before where nobody cared about that. And it just made me sad.
And because people were like more concerned about like individual performance, or people were more concerned with what do you?
I think a couple of people just really didn't care, just decided that the show wasn't something that they cared about kind of early on, and went through the motions. And I don't really know, you know, like there were a couple of people who were working their asses off and doing really cool work, and I would find them over the course of stuff, you know what I mean? Like I just finished a pilot with Bill Fichtner, and it's the same thing, and I was looking over and I was like, that's right. Anytime I would get lost in a scene, like, look at Billy and Billy's telling the truth, you know?
And so you feel like with Walking Dead, it was just this perfect storm of great writing, great crew. I mean, like what did
great leadership.
Great leadership.
You know, like Frank showed up with his whole heart. And I think somebody said to me once, fish rots from the head down. I don't know if that's true. I don't eat fish. And I don't sit around and watch fish rot, but it sounds like it could be true. And it's certainly true on a set, right? Like, and Frank showed up and just went, here's my whole heart. It's in the words. It's in that, like, it was like a child. You know, I came early to just watch him direct, because I was like, I can go to Frank Darabont Film School for free.
Right.
And he would be behind the monitor and he'd just be like,
yeah.
Yes, great, let's do it again. Okay. And he would run out to set and this big grin on his face. And like, you know, there was this just massive enthusiasm for what we were doing, and a real faith. That's what it was, actually. Nobody ever looked down on the material. We were doing a zombie show.
Right. On fucking AMC.
At a time when AMC had ever done 3 shows, only 2 of them had succeeded, and they didn't have a hell of a lot of viewership. Like, it got there, but, you know, Breaking Bad and Mad Men, they had like 1 million viewers or something, you know, like, it wasn't. And it was a comic book back when, like, geeks had not yet run the world.
Right.
And that was a big difference too. Like, on Prison Break, everybody was making fun of the material and rolling their eyes and, you know, changing in this scene and shit and whatever. And it was just like, oof, okay. But we all showed up for our own various reasons to go, what if we took this totally seriously?
Super seriously, that's it.
Like,